Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for late July 2025. I hope you're doing well. I'm pleased to say that you've got good news coming in. I feel like there's something that has been weighing you down or tormenting you for quite some time because your current energy is the Nine of Swords, which we know is, anxiety, fear, sleeplessness. You're going to get a good outcome. You've got it all over your cards. You've got the Page of Wands, so this is literally good news coming in, a good result. And something that could have been dragging on for a long time is finally coming to an end. You've got the Death card, okay? But not only that, you've got two cards with the same message. You've got the Phoenix in two different decks. You've got the Phoenix in the Totem Guardians, and you've got the Phoenix in the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. And I love it when the oracle cards speak to each other. I love it when messages get reaffirmed like this. So as a Scorpio, we represent the Phoenix and also the Death card as it happens. So I don't know if you're dealing with Scorpios at the moment, but the essence of the Phoenix is that it rises from the ashes. So something that was really difficult for you. Maybe it was a sudden ending in your life. It's going to be completely transformed into something beautiful. And this card literally says, how's that for a happily ever after? I feel like there's an element of the unexpected to it. Like you could never have imagined an outcome like this, but it all kind of happened in your favor. So I really like this. Now, I'm getting quite strongly the 26th and the 27th of July. So you could be hearing very good news on those dates. So let me read out the Phoenix from the Totem Guardians. It's saying, this card speaks of the dark night of the soul and all the gifts that follow. The night is always darkest just before the dawn, so you might feel like you're in the deepest turmoil and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And then suddenly everything turns inside out and you're shown all the lessons and blessings that come after everything that no longer serves you gets burned down into ashes, leading you and your life into unimaginable transformation. Trust your internal process of evolution and welcome it without resistance. Look at it as a gift, even for a brief second, and it will be an easier and smoother process to go through, okay? So let's move on. I want to have a look and see what's going on for you in the love department. Okay, you did get this card, think before you judge. So, we are in Mercury retrograde. It's a time of conflict, misunderstandings, and miscommunications. So things get lost in translation. I want you to give your person of interest the benefit of the doubt, okay, before accusing them of anything or, creating scenarios in your mind. Think first before you judge, okay? And that you will save yourself a lot of angst. All right, so let's have a look and see what the Shadow Love Oracle has for you. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is going on for Capricorn in love in late July 2025. What's going on for Capricorn in love? You've got It Takes Two, False Hope, Exit Plan. Okay, so I feel like you've got someone who's more out than they are in. So maybe they've been leading you down the garden path with this False Hope card, selling you a pipe dream that really doesn't have much substance. If you find that you're the only one doing the emotional heavy lifting, if you're the one always initiating communication, always making plans, then I feel like you need to be honest with yourself. Maybe this person isn't as committed or devoted to this connection as you. And that means that the two of you aren't compatible, because a big part of compatibility, like Matthew Hussey always says, is, mutual interest in each other. Okay, so I feel like this person is more out than they are in with this exit plan. And they might have even been quite flippant with you recently. When you're trying to make plans, they've always got an excuse. They have to be here, they have to be there, and maybe next week they have to travel and be someplace else. So they're always giving you the short shrift. I feel like you're starting to see the writing on the wall. But if you try to confront this person about their behavior, I feel like they're going to get quite defensive, because we've got the self-righteous card. If this card is representing you, my advice for you would be to don't pay this person too much attention, okay? Because if you distance yourself, if you put distance between you and this person who's already emotionally distant with you, I feel like you get to maintain a bit of dignity. You also give this person some energetic space to figure out, you know, what do they really want here. And don't give them all these opportunities for them to let you down, right? Because I feel like they are letting you down with this false hope card, and you've got two-faced. So they are in a way playing with your emotions, and they are definitely being insincere. So actions speak louder is all I have to say when it comes to that. Let's have a look at, let's do some more digging. Let's see what you need to see about what is going on for this person, really, like behind the scenes. What could they be hiding from you? There's a deck that I want to use, but it's hiding. Just one second. All right, let's see what they would say to you. They're definitely putting distance between you and them. Where I cut the deck, you've got, let's take a break and figure out what we truly want for ourselves. If someone's clear about you, they don't really need to take time and space away, right? But I feel like at one point they sold this whole, we could build an empire together, be a power couple that everyone envies type of story that appealed to you. And I feel like you got the impression that this person just overthinks. Like maybe they just got scared when things got quite intimate between the two of you. But I don't feel like that's the case. This person isn't really who you think. And that's why I think you got that card that said, what was it? Don't judge. Maybe there's a double meaning to that card. Maybe it's, you know, this person isn't who you think. This person is going to pop in and out of your life whenever they please. And they're going to use manipulative tactics to have their way with you. Yeah, okay, I'm not really getting great energy around this person. And we've got a card about dreams here. So I feel like this is talking about future fantasy. I feel like this person paints a fantasy in your mind. Like they do lead you down the garden path, and they don't have the intention of living up to that, those future plans. Show me, what does this person want to say to Capricorn? That card, let's take a break and figure out what we truly want for ourselves. This person is playing mind games, okay? So let's see what the tarot says about them. Angels and Spirit, please show me, who is Capricorn dealing with in love? Who is Capricorn dealing with in love, please, Spirit? Yeah, someone who's keeping things up in the air with the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. But look, this is a flighty person. This one's doing a runner. So I feel like this person is avoiding. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. They're not making future plans with you. And I'm getting two-faced in more ways than one with this person, okay? And how I said they're more out than they are in. That's what I'm getting from these cards visually as well. You can see in the Two of Wands, the cat is facing, you know, the inside, the internal, but, you know, it's like this person can't wait to escape. Got the Magician, which can be a bit manipulative, okay? Got the World. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting that the turtle is depicted in the Eight of Wands, which is normally an energy of fast moving, but because it came out in the reverse position, you've got the turtle and you've got the Knight of Wands. You think that this person is just moving slowly. You think that this person is just a little bit hesitant, but I feel like they're giving you the wrong impression. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Yeah, and the fact that you've got the Fox here as well, this person's a little bit sly. Got the Queen of Wands. They're very confident, but they may not portray themselves to be. Okay. What energies do we have here? We've got, some of you could be dealing with the Virgo. We have the Hermit and the Magician. So strong Virgo energy coming through. We've got fire energy and Virgo again with the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting that you've got 3 cards with characters with bow ties. I don't know if there's significance in that bow tie, or there's something about, I mean, if you're dealing with a female, they like to wear a necklace that is a statement piece or a choker or something. I know that's really random, but let me know if that's the case for you. All right, what is this person's true intentions towards Capricorn, please? Show me this person's true intentions towards Capricorn. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Swords. This person is going to go cold and may even cut this connection, all right, with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is quite harsh energy. There's unfinished business in this person's energy, so I feel like they're going to leave this connection up in the air. You're going to be left wondering. And I also feel like there could be an ex lingering for this person, okay? With the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So don't expect an apology. This person lacks humility and sensitivity, okay? That's what I'm getting. I know I'm not painting this person in a very good light, but I have to give you what I'm getting for them, okay? Let's have a look at Capricorn, your advice. What is Capricorn's advice when it comes to this connection? What is Capricorn's advice when it comes to this connection, please? We've got the Devil in the reverse. Free yourself from your attachment to this person, okay? Because I do feel like they're going to leave you high and dry. We've got the King of Wands in the reverse. Take a back seat, observe what this person is prepared to do, and I feel like it will become clear that they're not really doing much here. Like you're, driving this. If you withdraw your energy, it will probably fizzle. That's what I'm getting with the King of Wands in the reverse position. We have the Page of Wands. I'm getting this as detach, because you're going from the King in the reverse to the Page. So they're saying detach your energy from this person. and find something else to pour your energy into, okay? Maybe spend more time with friends. Like this zebra is, you know, letting her hair down, just having a good time. We've got the Chariot in the reverse. Go in a different direction. And stop dedicating yourself or thinking that if you work harder on this connection, you might get the result that you were hoping for, okay? Yeah. They just keep telling me withdraw your efforts and investment in this person. You've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for advice. What is Capricorn's advice in love, second half of July 2025, please? There's something here about the need not to be reactive. Now, we got that in the other deck. Remember the one that said, think before you judge? You also have think before you act or speak. It says, don't jump to conclusions. Okay, so this is the essence of what we were getting. Don't jump to conclusions or make mountains out of molehills. It will only drive them away. That's what I was trying to articulate before, but not very well. Try to ground your emotions before acting or speaking. Now, you have trust your intuition. I feel like there's been a few red flags and you've been triggered by this person's behavior, but instead of questioning why, you know, why something doesn't sit right with you or why this doesn't add up, you've kind of been a bull at a gate. So there's a reason why you're feeling a little bit uneasy. It's because this person's actions and their words don't match up, okay? So trust your intuition. Don't brush away red flags in a relationship because red flags do not go away. You alone have to make the call. You've got sex is not love. Sometimes there's an interesting quote in this deck here. Sometimes, especially women, we're thinking clearly before sex, and men are not. And then when sex comes into the picture, it reverses, okay? So I feel like when the two of you were intimate, maybe common sense went out the window. Maybe you interpreted it as this is more serious than it actually was. So yes, sex is one way to show love, but don't allow it to rule your relationship, but also don't allow it to erase your logic and common sense. Relying on sex alone can prevent you from knowing them on a deeper level. There's a need to be their friend first. Okay, there's advice here about the need to establish a friendship foundation with someone to ensure that, you know, there's the essential ingredients like mutual respect, good communication, before you dive into a physical connection. So it says, interacting with them on an emotional basis may be too heavy for them right now. So try to lay a good foundation for the future. You've got set and maintain healthy boundaries. So you can communicate your standards and boundaries in a respectful way. And you've got dreams are not enough. Dreams are simply illusions. So what have I been saying? This person keeps talking about a future together, building an empire together. But be honest with yourself. Is this person's actions really conducive to the type of future they're wanting you to believe in, okay? Alright, so you've got negative attention is still attention. So you know how I said your advice was to withdraw your efforts, withdraw your attention? The solution to this problem is not schooling this person on how they should treat you. That's not what boundaries are. When a person shows you that their interest level is not really where yours is at, the best thing to do, as I said to you, to maintain dignity, is to just take a big step back and see if they bridge the gap. If they don't, that person's not for you, okay? So don't be schooling this person or nagging this person that they need to step up, because negative attention is still attention, and it lets the other person know that they still have you right where they want you, okay? And that's kind of like the magician energy. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is Capricorn's advice when it comes to this connection. You know how I said to you, it's not going to work if you just think that you need to work harder to win this person over or to make this connection work? No. Because this card says, jumping through hoops often has a negative outcome. They see it as an opportunity to have their cake and eat it. But when you stay just outside their reach, they'll be on their best behavior. So again, with that King of Wands in the reverse being your advice, let this person take the lead. And the more independent you are of them, the more interested they will be. Let this person show you what they're willing to do to invest in this connection. Because when someone doesn't invest anything because you're doing all of the work, then it's easy for them to just up and leave because they've got nothing to lose, right? That's why this card says, if you take his chores away from him and praise someone else for doing it, he'll want his chores back. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. So I feel like you're trying to make this person's life easier. You're trying to appeal to their logic. Like, this connection, like, it makes sense because we're both successful, we're both this, we're both that. But that's not how attraction works. Okay, so I hope I'm making sense. I mean, you just have to watch Love Island for 1 or 2 episodes to see how that translates in real life. The boys always want the girls that make them work, that expect them to make breakfast for them, that expect princess treatment, because they're giving off the energy that they're a high value woman and you're not my only option, buddy, so you better be on your best behavior and show me what you can do, otherwise my head's gonna turn. I hate using Love Island as an example, but you know, it is kind of a social experiment and you can observe a lot of dynamics watching it, even though you do lose brain cells watching it, okay? So I hope that this reading has made sense. Sometimes during Mercury retrograde, I find it really hard to string sentences together and provide examples for things. But, you know, I know that you're smart enough, Capricorn. You know what I'm trying to say. So let's get a last message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is Capricorn's guidance in love. What is Capricorn's guidance in love, please? You've got the Fates. And it says, other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is the time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so that you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful. Do leave me feedback in the comments below, Capricorn, and I will see you again soon. Bye.